Hey everyone, it's Paige. We're back for another YouTube video today. I am so excited to play this course. As you know, I'm in Myrtle Beach a lot, and I'm always asking for which course should I play next. And True Blue is always #1 on the list of a must-play course. And I'm surprised I haven't played here yet, but today's the day. I'm playing True Blue, and I'm really excited about it. You heard me talk about Caledonia all the time. That's across the street, and they have the same course designer. So I'm like so excited, and we're going to show you 3 of the signature holes on the front 9 today. It's going to be a good time, so let's go. Wearing a cute ruffled dress is all fun and games until it's windy and you gotta deal with this all day. First impressions of True Blue is that it's very scenic, but in a very like different, unique way. It doesn't have, say, like flowers everywhere or a lot of like decorative design. I don't know, but it's just it's very pretty because it's just the golf course, and it feels just like very natural land, like the course was built into it instead of a lot of like unnatural things being put into the golf course, which I really appreciate. It is very beautiful. We're going to hole number 3, which is one of their signature holes here, and you can see why. It's an island par 3 green with sand up along the front side. Big green, but it also looks fairly narrow. So when the pin is, gosh, really when the pin's anywhere, it could be a pretty tough shot. The fairways here at True Blue are a little bit wider, and I would say the course is difficult, but it's very scoreable, and I think it's like really playable for a lot of new players as well, because the fairways are wide and it's just like a good golf course. So it truly is an island green. There's water that wraps all the way around the backside, which I didn't see. You can see how narrow the green is. So this is actually a fairly difficult hole because there's really not much room to miss it. You have to have pretty good distance control. I would say if you are unsure, the tee box for the next hole is the way to go. It does kind of, there's grass back here, but I mean, you can look where the pin is. There's really not much there. You gotta hit a really good shot. I would say probably back pin, that pin would be the easiest pin out of all of them, but definitely a difficult hole, very beautiful, and I'm very happy I'm on the green. So I got my 2-putt and I got out with a par, which is always a good thing when you're on a hole that is difficult. I also noticed too, all the signature holes seem to be the toughest holes for some reason, probably because they're the most beautiful, so that means that there's like water or like decorative rocks or something like that. But this is a very beautiful hole, also a pretty tricky hole, so getting out here with a par is definitely good. Honestly, if you hit the green, since it's such a narrow green, it's wide but it's narrow, you're probably gonna have a pretty good look at a birdie. So usually if you probably hit the green here, you're gonna have a good birdie look, but it's a cool hole. Very beautiful, and I like how it's early on in the round too. Sometimes courses like make you wait until the back 9, like hole 16 or whatever is like the signature hole. I like just getting it out there right away, because then you're like excited about the course, and like you're looking forward to something great because you're already engaged early on. We're We're on hole number 4, which is a par 5, and visually this hole is tricky. You don't know how far the carry is more on the right side and how far through the fairway on the left side. I mixed that up, right, left, right, you got the idea. Basically, you don't really know where you want to land it, and that is where a yardage book comes into play here. So I'll kind of show you how to read a yardage book. I know everyone has rangefinders these days, but it's always helpful to have one of these and to kind of show you what you need to do and what it looks like. So I'm playing from the white tees, which is 493 yards. That's also going to be the 3rd tee box. So then you look for the 3. To wherever this mark is, that's wherever the arrow points, to have 197, you have to hit it 241. To the end over here, you have to hit 324, and then the carry through the fairway there is 274. They also have marks down here, so you know like where what you'll have in, and kind of where you need to hit it. So you can kind of figure it out from there. It's really simple to obviously read a yardage book, but they're very helpful to have. And now I know that I can hit driver here and I'm going to be totally fine. This is more helpful in like shorter golf courses, or if you're like a long ball hitter and you tend to run through fairways all the time. But definitely I always say, if you're serious about your game, that investing in a yardage book at the golf course is the way to go. That's a birdie, everyone. Played it smart here and took my medicine when I knew I couldn't get over the water. I have successfully avoided the water and was rewarded with a birdie. So that is a good day, and I love number 4 so much. That's a par. Next we have the par 4, number 6. This one, I picked this one because I thought it was really cool that they have a split green. So they have obviously a green on the left and then a green on the right, and we're playing to the right green today. So that's very important to know when you are teeing off on this hole, because you can decide on which way you want to place your shot to have a better angle. And I mean, I've seen holes with like double greens, but it's usually like one here and one there. I've never seen one where it's like actually like separated, so it's completely 2 different holes, which is something I've never seen before. I don't know about you guys. You can comment down below if there's a course you've played that has a double green like this, but I thought it was very unique to True Blue and something pretty cool. Very visually weird off this tee. I think that's the left green that you can see here, so the right one's probably pretty far on that right side. So I'm just gonna go, there's a maintenance car out in the distance, so I'm just gonna go at them. This is what I was talking about, where it's like you need to know what green you're going to, because I'm more on the left side, and actually it probably wouldn't come into play too much, but if the pin was left I would have some tree issue, and now I have a really great angle into this right pin, so played that perfectly. It was a slow play up the hill. I didn't execute that well at all. See, you have confidence, you're putting, you can make anything. And now the 2-putt par, and we are done with the double green. I just like to feature just like my absolute favorite holes on each course that I play on the front and the back nine. So I really want to come back and play the back nine here and feature the signature holes there. I don't like to show all of the holes. One, because I think it makes the video too long and people just like lose focus and watching. They just don't want to watch. But I also want you guys to come out here and experience the golf course for yourself. True Blue has been recommended to me by literally everyone from Myrtle Beach and people who don't even live here. So it's really, truly so beautiful and one of my favorite golf courses here. So definitely come out and see True Blue for yourself, and then go across the street and see Caledonia as well, which is one of my also top favorites. So hope you guys enjoyed this video today. Leave a comment down below, like this video, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you guys next Thursday. Bye!